Hello, my name is Chloe, welcome to my channel. Today I'm bringing to you weekly reading vlog. Sorry, I don't know what number this is. You'd feel like going week by week it would be easy to work out what number I mean, but I just lose it sometimes. Anyway, I have a lot of reading to do in the next 5 days because I have a 2-day hen party slash bachelorette party from wherever you're from, depending on the name, happening on Saturday and Sunday. So I'm not going to have as much time to read on the weekend. So the week is where it needs to happen. And this isn't going to happen, but there are 5 books I'd like to read. It is time for the Chloe's Crime Scene Corner Buddy Read of the Month, which is Mindhunter. And that's going to take me to next Monday, I feel, but I need to read 46 pages today, so that definitely feels achievable. Hopefully I can do that at lunch. If you don't know, this is the book that inspired the TV series, and John Douglas is actually the guy who inspired Jack Crawford's character in Silence of the Lambs, and I'm sure he's the one, yeah, he invented and established the practice of criminal profiling, so like, very smart guy. Excited to read this. I would love to read The Girls I've Been by Tess Sharp. This was a pick for the Patreon TBR jar, and I thought the audiobook was on SCRIBD, but when you play it, it's a completely different book. So this one, I kind of want to get at least halfway through today. Kind of need to do more, but I need to read that today. I also kind of want to read You'll Miss Me When I'm Gone by Rachel Lynn Solomon. This is a YA contemporary, so in theory, should speed. We then have a middle grade, The Battle for Perfect by Helena Duggan. Would love to speed through this. It's a middle grade, like fantasy, spooky kind of thing. I love these books. I've never finished the series. That should be quick. And finally, in my very ambitious goals, we have Love and Gelato by Jenna Evans Welch, which is another YA contemporary, so again, should be quick. I have plenty of time to listen to audiobooks this week through, like, while I'm working. I kind of ran out of ones that are on my TBR though, so I need to do some more digging for books I actually want to listen to, because I don't want to listen to audiobooks for the sake of it. I'd rather put my podcast on and enjoy it, because I am even for even right now on how many audiobooks I've listened to this month and how many physical books I've read. And although I like audiobooks, I don't like it to dominate my reading. So we will see how I feel about that, but ambitious plans this week. I kind of need to read more to meet all my goals. Like, at some point this chunker needs reading, and this chunker needs reading, and this giant proof needs reading. So there are some bigger things to do, but if I can tick off some more books this week, that would be perfect. Right, I need to start work, so I will catch you up when something interesting happens. Hello. It is now Wednesday. I've just got home from work. It's 6 o'clock, which is later than I'd like, but I have been getting home by 5 every day before now. So that's completely fine. I am starving though. That's the only issue I have with it taking me longer to get home than just a 10-minute walk from town. I'm starving. But I have 2 parcels to show you, one of which is from Tandem and the other is from Rebecca. So I'm gonna start with Tandem because I know what that is. So here we are. I can't hold it nicely because my address is too obvious. Okay, I'm just gonna open it off camera. So this book I've been excited for. Saying that, I've never read any of the author's books. I just own them and really want to read them. So this one I'm being forced to read, and that is Looking Glass Sound by Katrina Ward, author of The Last House on Needless Street and Sundial. So we have a bookmark with the read-along schedule on it, which starts tomorrow. In a windswept cottage overlooking the sea, Wilder Harlow begins the last book he will ever write. It is the story of his childhood companions and the shadowy figure of the Dagger Man, who stalked the New England town where they spent the summers. Of a horror that has followed Wilder through the decades, and of Skye, Wilder's one-time friend who stole his unfinished memoir and turned it into the lurid best-selling novel The Sound and the Dagger. This book will be Wilder's revenge on Skye, who betrayed his trust and died without ever telling him why. So this one sounds really, really cool. Oh, a nice green, I like that. But yes, I'm starting this book tomorrow now, and there's also another thing of post-its, which is great because my post-its were running low from Tandem. And then I've heard people talk about this, but obviously I'm just getting home to receive it. So all this is a tiny black bottle, and people have been saying on the, like, in the group chat, is it ink? It could be ink. It looks empty actually. I don't know. This has got something to do with Tandem. So we have that book. The reason I want to do this one second is I don't know what's in here, because Rebecca said, I've sent your book. So we will find out together. what I have here, because I do not know what's in here. If you're not following Rebecca, make sure you go and give her a follow. Everything will be linked down in the description, but she's such a lovely person, so you should be following. I think we're in. Ta-da! Let's have, oh, I couldn't even speak, I just made a noise. Well, this is adorable. We're starting off with some Animal Crossing stickers. I was just looking for more to put on my laptop. Look how cute Tom Nook is. Okay, Animal Crossing stickers. Then, I'm so glad you sent me these because I was genuinely gonna go buy them. These are annotation tabs, like coloured sticky notes, all of different like themes, but I think there's 6 different ones, and it just means that if you're reading a book that doesn't need bright colour bright colour tabs, we've got like muted ones, blue, nice, that's a romance, that's a fantasy, that's also a romance, no, that's a romance. This one, no wait, where's it gone? This one I'm thinking Hellbent, but yeah, just different annotation colours, which means loads. Okay, there's a card in here as well, so I'll open that separate. This is what I thought was arriving, which is A Certain Hunger by Chelsea G. Summers. There are 3 books here, so I won't read you all the descriptions, but this says, from her idyllic farm-to-table childhood to the heights of her career as a food critic, Dorothy Daniels has never been shy about indulging her exquisite tastes, even when it led to her plunging an ice pick into her lover's neck. That's all I'll read. Doesn't that sound amazing? We then have Of Curses and Kisses by Sandia Menon, which is a retelling of, I want to say Beauty and the Beast, but I don't think it is. For Princess Jaya Rowe, nothing is more important than family. After the loathsome Emerson clan steps up their centuries-old feud to target Jaya's little sister, nothing will keep Jaya away from exacting her revenge. When she finds out she'll be attending the same elite boarding school as Grey Emerson, it feels like an opportunity of a lifetime. Jaya knows what she must do. Make Grey fall in love with her and break his heart. But much to Jaya's annoyance, Grey's brooding demeanour and lupine blue eyes have drawn her in. I'm sure, is it Romeo and Juliet? That makes more sense. But we have this one. And then, finally, oh my god, Rebecca, we have Love in the Time of Serial Killers by Alicia Thompson. This one looks so cool. Like, even the cover I'm just vibing with. PhD candidate Phoebe Walsh has always been obsessed with true crime. She's been analysing the genre in her dissertation, if she can manage to finish writing it. It's hard to finish the time while she spends the summer in Florida cleaning out her childhood home, dealing with her obnoxiously good-natured younger brother, and grappling with the complicated feelings of mourning a father she hadn't had a relationship with for years. It doesn't help that she's low-key convinced her new neighbour is a serial killer. Like, Rebecca, this is all too sweet. Thank you. Let me just check out this card as well. I'm gonna go cry. So, I get choked up very easily. This was originally a birthday present. Rebecca's had some really crappy stuff happen. I won't read the whole thing, but she's done a little note. And the bit that's made me cry is, you're such a wonderful human and I'm so lucky and pleased to have you in my life. And I don't know why that's made me, I'm having like a really bad week. I'm having a really emotional week, and I know what that is, and it's not, there's no need to overshare things on the internet like I do all the time anyway, but like, I'm fine, I'm genuinely fine. I've started a new job, I'm seeing Cole in a couple weeks, and just emotions, right? So seeing Chelsea the past weekend, that made me emotional enough already, like knowing I have such a great friend really far away, and now it's just reminded me that I have so many great friends across the country that I've found. Why am I crying? I've got so many great friends across the country, across like the world at this point, that I've made through this platform, and I'm so grateful for every single one of you, whether it's just some of you guys like commenting on videos, the guys that reach out to me in messages, and then the guys that I've genuinely formed such great friendships with. And I'm having an emotional week, so I've decided I'm allowed to cry at that. I'm also very hungry, so maybe that's causing emotions. I'm gonna stop talking because I don't even know why I've descended into this at this point. Thank you so much, Rebecca. You are an absolute sweetheart. I will show you what I do to my laptop when I put some of these Animal Crossing stickers on it, because I'm definitely going to put a few on there, and then the rest is going to be like a new journal. I've got plans, but just thank you, really appreciate you, and really appreciate you all. I do have reading updates to do, but I'm gonna have some dinner first and then update you later on. But yeah, that is it for now. I'm gonna stop rambling. It's been a 10-minute clip so far. Great. Yay for editing, Chloe. Right, hello. I wanted to at least change outfit before this update, and I've not done that. I'm sat with a different background though, so counts as a new clip, and I will try not to talk for 10 minutes. There are 3 books I want to talk to you about right now. As I probably hopefully said before, it's Wednesday evening. So on Monday evening, I sat and read the entirety of The Girls I've Been by Tess Sharp. This one was my Patreon pick out of my TBR jar, and I wasn't that excited to read it, I won't lie. It was one that I was hoping would be easy and just something quick to tick off my TBR. Another one that I've picked up this month thinking I'll read it and get rid of it after. But this was great. I gave it 4 stars in the end, I think it was 4. It was 2 days ago, how can I not remember? And this is about Nora, who is talking about the girl she's been. Her mother is a con artist, and as she's been brought up, she's been basically asked to act like all of these different girls. And we're following her now in the girl she currently is, Nora. Her mom is in prison, and she is caught up in a bank robbery with her ex-boyfriend and her current girlfriend, and I really enjoyed this. It felt like a contemporary with a really dark twist to it. If any of you know my reading, I don't read strictly to one genre, but one kind of trait that I like in a book, I don't even know if it's a trope, a trait, whatever, is that I like things dark. So although this was a contemporary talking about relationships and breakups, it was also about the traumatic childhood that she had, and now she's in the middle of a bank robbery, which I just really enjoyed this. So I'm hanging on to this one and I'm very happy about it. Next up, it was my buddy read starting Monday for Chloe's Crime Scene Corner of Mindhunter by John Douglas and Mark Olshaker, and I read the first chunk on Monday, didn't really feel either kind of way about it. Yesterday read the next chunk, again didn't really feel any kind of way. Today I put the audiobook on and I'm currently on page 286. I'm not supposed to finish this until Monday, but I can see that I'm going to finish this tomorrow. Really enjoying this. This is such an interesting look at true crime, and I think it's going to be one that I go back and read many times. I haven't been annotating this like I normally do with the book club. I don't know why I decided not to for this one, but I just feel like there's so much good information in here and I'm really enjoying it. And then the only other book I've done some reading of is The Roses of May by Dr. Hutchison. This is the sequel to The Butterfly Garden, which was one of the Chloe's Crime Scene Corner books, and I listened to the audio for this on my way to work Monday? No, I didn't go to the office Monday. Yesterday, must have been yesterday, but I was stuck in traffic, so I listened to it before I got stuck in traffic, that was it. And annoyingly, I don't know where I got to, because even though I downloaded it on SCRIBD, I listened to it, and then when I connected to Wi-Fi, it put me back to the start. And I cannot remember the exact minute. I was stressed, I was stuck in traffic, so I tried to flick through it, find the point. A lot of the things sounded familiar, but I couldn't pinpoint where I left off. So tomorrow, when I finish Mindhunter, I'm then going to re-pick up The Roses of May. I'm working at home tomorrow, so I should be able to finish this and get a decent chunk into this one. So yeah, I don't really know what this one is about yet, but it is definitely the follow-up to The Butterfly Garden, and that has been referenced, and I really liked The Butterfly Garden. So we've done another 4.5 minutes. It is currently 9 o'clock, so I actually need to get in pajamas this time, and then I'm going to do the first day's pages of Looking Glass Sound. Technically this buddy read doesn't start until tomorrow, but I'm at a hen do all weekend, so it's not like I can crack open my book. So I'm gonna get a start on it now, maybe read a little bit more tomorrow, just kind of pre-read and then put my opinions up on each page chunk as they happen, or I just do them starting today. Basically, I'm just a little bit busy this weekend, and it's not like a situation where I want to take a really nice hardback book with me. So I think I'm gonna get started on it now. Then I can read Thursday. So the read is supposed to be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. But if I read Thursday, Friday, Sunday night, so I can just skip a day. So I'll start today. Why am I making this more complicated than it needs to be? I don't know. So I'm gonna read a little bit of that, and then I'm gonna try and get as far into You'll Miss Me When I'm Gone by Rachel Lynn Solomon as I can, because I wanted to do this the other night and my bookmark didn't move off page 1. So these are the current plans. Hello, it is what day? Thursday. and I'm working at home. This is so comfy. Okay, that looks way better, and I've gone outside with it sticking up. I think I was supposed to wear it like that. Anyway, I have two things to show you, one of which is a book and one of which is bookish. So we will start with the bookish thing, which has been sent to me so that I can show you guys. It's from coppertist.wu, and let's just dive on in. I have already opened it, but it's in this little bag inside a box, very nicely presented, and it is a gold crocodile bookmark. And this is so random, but when they sent me the email, I was like, yeah, I want that. So this is like a metal bookmark that sits on top of the page, so it's sticking out the top of the book. So I'll use one of my current reads to show you. It might be easier to see if I take the dust jacket off. Oh, and my battery's dying. Let's just do this first. Please, camera, hold out for me. So it looks like there is a crocodile swimming on my book, and I thought it was kind of cool, so I wanted to get one to show you guys. So a link to this bookmark will be down in the description, and you can use code Chloe15 if you'd like 15% off. But yeah, that's what I've got to show you on that one, and I think it looks pretty cool. So the other thing I want to show you, which I'm very excited about, is my special edition copy of It Ends With Us. I am so glad I own this, because look at the sprayed edges, and I thought that was it. I thought that's all that was special. Then I took the dust jacket off, because this is all plain, so nothing crazy, nothing crazy. Oh, here we go. So this is lovely and gold, but the front, it's not going to pick it up because of the light. So we have these like gold embossed, and it says, "It stops here with me and you, it ends with us." It's got Colleen Hoover with a little heart, and it's all like embossed and pretty. So I own this now. I got rid of my paperback, so now I have the special edition and the book of the month edition. I think I'm going to keep them both, even though it really does not matter. But I kind of like having the book of the month one. I don't know, maybe I sell this. What I might do is annotate the book of the month one, which I think I already started doing. Okay, so I'll annotate book of the month. This one will stay pretty. Very happy to now own this one. Hello, hello. It is early on Friday. It's not even 9 o'clock yet, and I've already had a delivery. I was like, the doorbell went, and I was like, huh? But this is definitely going to be from Crazy Mal. I believe it is Night Film by Marisha Pessel, and that is because Chelsea has it, and she was reading it, and I decided I might want it, and I got stopped at purchase. It was like, no, don't buy it, because I tried to buy it while I was live. So I believe this is Night Film from Crazy Mel, and would you look at that, it is. Oh, she's gonna be fuming, because this is like really bad condition. Like, it looks like it's been dunked in water. She's gonna be so mad, because she wanted me to let her know what sort of condition it's in. The pages seem fine, it's the cover, but we move. We move. We're very appreciative. I'm only talking about it because she's talked to me about it. I'm not complaining about the condition of a book. I'm gonna probably have to crop that down, because I complained for a while when I don't even mean to complain. What I mean to say is thank you so much, Mal. Mal knows that I'm grateful. There are 2 more books coming today, because she slipped and fell into her Amazon basket. So I'm incredibly grateful to everything this lady does for me. She is such a gem, and I'm so happy that I own this. I'm definitely gonna try and prioritize it. So many books. What I started doing last night is a full database of my books, because I realised that Goodreads isn't tracking all of my different editions of books, and now I'm getting more and more like duplicates. So this will go on to the 600 or so books I have in this apartment, and I will get to it eventually. The lighting is so good here. I need to sit here and do updates. I don't have any updates to give. I didn't do any reading last night. I tried to, and I just got really tired. So I'm actually now reading Looking Glass Sound. I'm trying to finish today's chunk before I start work, and then I can hopefully read tomorrow's chunk and kind of preemptively do that to catch up. But I'm just so grateful. I'm just in such a really weird mood, because I'm in a weird mood anyway, and then Mal's lovely. So thank you, Mal. And I look forward to showing the vlog what else arrives today. So because Crazy Mal is crazy, we have gifts number 2 and 3 in here. Because why would one be enough? Why would one a month ago have been enough? It's never enough, just to keep buying. So we have 2 books in here. The first one is Vera Wong's Unsolicited Advice for Murderers, and I can't even remember who was reading this. Somebody in the Patreon sprints, I'm sure. 60-year-old proclaimed tea expert Vera Wong enjoys nothing more than sipping a good cup of Oolong and doing some healthy detective work on the internet, aka checking up on her son to see if he's dating anybody yet. But when Vera wakes up one morning to find a dead man in the middle of her tea shop, it's going to take more than a strong long gin to fix things. Knowing she'll do a better job than the police possibly could, because nobody sniffs out a wrongdoing quite like a suspicious Chinese mother with time on her hands, Vera decides it's down to her to catch the killer. Like, doesn't that sound so great? It gives me vibes of, like... It's by Jessie Sutanto, so I was going to say, it gives me vibes of Dial A for Aunties, which, of course, but also Richard Osman's books, Thursday Murder Club. So that is exciting. And then the next one in here is See You Yesterday by Rachel Lynn Solomon. And I just added this to my wish list because Heather from Bookables was talking about it. And this sounds really, really cool. This is like a Groundhog Day kind of romance, I think. Barrett Bloom is hoping college will be a fresh start after a messy high school experience. But when school begins on September the 21st, everything goes wrong. She's humiliated by the know-it-all in her physics class, she botches her interview for the college paper, and at a party that night she accidentally sets a frat house on fire. She panics and flees, and when she realises her roommate locks her out of the dorm, she falls asleep in the common room. The next morning, she's perplexed to find herself back in her dorm room bed, no longer smelling of ashes and crushed dreams. It's September the 21st, again, and after a confrontation with Miles, the guy from physics, she learns she's not alone. He's been trapped for months. Doesn't that sound so good? Like, so good. Okay, we know they're from Mal, but did she do... She did do a little note which says, as usual, no reason, just because, from Crazy Mal. We all love you, Crazy Mal. Thank you so, so much for always providing the gifts. I appreciate you. Hello, hello. It's been a while since I filmed a vlog clip just holding my camera and talking to it. I feel like this is way better. I prefer this style. Anyway, I want to quickly talk to you about a book. I listened to the entire audiobook of Unpregnant by Jenny Hendricks today, and it was a strange one. So I did talk about this book in a video not that long ago and said that I wasn't that excited to read it. I picked this up in 2020. God, that lighting is kind of awful. I picked this up in 2020 and I thought it would be quite powerful and moving. Going into this in 2023, I think we can tell from the cover and the title the kind of subject it is on. Going into this in 2023, I feel like I couldn't separate my personal feelings from the story. So this is about a girl called Ronnie who gets pregnant, and in very unfortunate circumstances. It's awful. And the point of this book is her traveling to a different state because she is in Missouri and she needs to go to New Mexico. States all sound the same. So she has to travel to a different state. It's about 1,000 miles away to her closest Planned Parenthood. And because in her state she can only get an abortion with parents' consent, which I thought it was that she couldn't get an abortion at all. She couldn't get one without parental consent because she's 17. So I don't want to go too much into this book. I've decided not to give it a numbered rating because I genuinely think if I would have read it years ago, I might have had way better comments to give. But my personal opinion just got too far into this and I couldn't separate myself from the story. It's very real, and yeah, I had too many personal feelings, so I'm not going to give it a rating. I have read it. It ticks off another box on my bingo board that I'm doing, which is great because I don't think I'm going to finish that. But yeah, ticks off another spot. I've read it and I'm going to send this into the world and hope somebody else has a much more meaningful time with it that I couldn't have. I think that book is going to really suit and be really difficult for different people. Wasn't for me, but I bought it in a time where it would have been for me. Anyway, I digress. I'm gonna get in bed and read Looking Glass Sound. I'm about 100 pages in and I'd really just like to keep going. I'm doing the official read along, so I won't post the stories until I need to, but I'll save them ready, and yeah, I think I'm just gonna try and read as much of that as possible tonight. Hello. So it is now actually Monday evening and I've so not been in a vlogging mood this weekend. I had my weekend hen do and then I got back at like 3:30, 4 o'clock on Sunday, and I was just dead to the world. So I did finish a book. I finished The Looking Glass Sound, or Looking Glass Sound rather, by Katrina Ward, and I did really enjoy this. I settled on 4 stars. It's interesting. It's a very uniquely written horror. There were points where I did have a little bit of a chill down my spine, and yeah, one I would definitely recommend to select people. I wouldn't recommend this like widely, because I feel like you do have to appreciate how strangely it's written. So this is about what's his face, Wilder, who goes to his family's, like, his uncle dies. No, his dad's uncle dies, and he owned a house on this place called Whistler Bay, where the wind whistles through the stones on the beach. And this house then becomes empty, and the parents, rather than sell it, decide to use it as a holiday home. And while our character Wilder goes away to the holiday home, there is this character called the Dagger Man, who is breaking into houses and taking pictures of children sleeping with a knife or dagger to their neck. It's very dark. There are many twists and turns. Some of the twists and turns happen before you realise that they've happened, and it's a little bit of brain work. But 4 stars, I did enjoy this one. So I finished that off, and then I went to bed, genuinely at like 9:30, after already having a nap, finished off season 4 of Atypical, cried myself into hysterics, because that TV show, I always think, oh, just one more episode isn't going to make me that sad. But it does. Like, it genuinely racks something in my brain, and I can't not be emotional to that show. So got myself into absolute hysterics. Cole had to entertain me for like 45 minutes, where he had to like bring me back down to a slight level of normal brain, and then I went to bed. It was kind of late by the time I actually went to bed, after kind of calming down with Cole. But yeah, I just was not really vlogging. I did make a TikTok of the hen do. It was an interesting time, so I will link that down in the description if you want to go check that out. But that's really all I have time for today. So I'm thinking, we did green emojis last week, so I can't ask for green emojis from this, can I? Let's just do can we do sleepy emojis? Because my reason for not finishing this vlog properly is because I was very, very tired. So any beds, the little face with the Z's, that kind of thing. Sleepy emojis to let me know you got to this point in the vlog. Thank you in advance for watching, especially if you got this far. I'm having a real push with my channel lately, and it's making me feel all kind of ways. But we are very, very close to 3K, and it's kind of just crazy to think about. I know that the lovely Chelsea has already started buying me gifts for hitting 3K, and I've not even done it yet. So I'm having a real kind of like data analytical feel about my channel lately, and I would really, really love to hit this goal. So part of me needs to regain just the full love for YouTube, and I'm hoping I can do that within the next week. We have another bank holiday coming up, so you actually won't see the Monday until the vlog following, which will also be the vlog where I see Cole again, which, mind blown. It's gonna be a busy week for vlogging, but I'm hoping that with the extra day off, I can get some reading done, vlog some unique locations. We're going down to Cornwall. So yeah, I'm hoping that just doing fun things really brings back my pure love for showing you guys all of my life. I rambled on again without meaning to, so thank you very much for watching. I really do hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.